Welcome back to my channel, friends. Hello, hi, I'm Nadia here at Nadia Plans. I love to share all things planning, journaling, stationery, and for today's video, I did a thing. As you can see in front of me, I purchased an A5 Filofax cover. This is the original cover in this gorgeous yellow color, and it is absolutely stunning. I actually got this today and I spent some time setting it up, and now I kind of want to walk you guys through my setup, how I'm planning on using my A5 size. For context, I have been planning in a personal sized Saffiano in the black color, and I really love this little book. I love this planner. I have loved being in here. A lot of you have seen my videos on how I plan in here and how I set things up in here. And one thing that I was really missing, or that I was kind of itching for, was a little bit more space. I am in front of a desk most of my day. I am home most of my time, and so I really wanted a bigger space so that I could do some journaling, some dailies, just have more space for work purposes. And so I finally pulled the trigger and bought this. I did get this off of Amazon, but it did come all the way from Australia, and it took about a couple weeks for it to get delivered. And so I'm so excited to show you all how I set it up, what's inside. It is still very much a work in progress, which I love that about Filofax. I love that you can make it your own, add the things that you want to add. If you want to stick around and watch how I set this up, then keep on watching. Okay, let's just jump on in. This cover in particular is so pliable. It is so beautiful in comparison to my Saffiano. This is kind of more rigid and more, I guess, just more stiff. And this is just so much more like, I don't know how else to explain it except for like, it's just so much more loose and not as stiff and hard. And I love that. I love that about it. So moving in, I really wanted to make this as similar to my personal as I possibly could. I love what I have in all of my different tabs and such. I wanted to keep kind of the skeleton the same, obviously in a bigger size. And so over here on the left, I still have my cards. So I have my license, my debit card, my Costco card, and then my work credit card. And there is a pocket in here, and I don't have anything in here at the moment. I have an Energel Clenna, which is my favorite pen to use right now. And then we move into my first little inbox dashboard area. I printed this print out from Pinterest, and the planner did come with this clear acetate, and so I just kind of have the acetate on top, which is perfect for putting sticky notes or any notes or anything that I want to jot down here. I'm also thinking of maybe adding like a little plastic sleeve here so I can throw in receipts. Well, actually, maybe I'll just put receipts in here. I don't know. We'll play around and see, but I love the way that this looks. It is so perfect for spring. It's very springy and fresh, and my inspiration for this was April showers brings May flowers, and I have a lot of florals throughout the book here, and yeah, I just love a good floral theme. And so we have the acetate, and we have this beautiful floral print, and then I have the little vellum that came with the planner. It says made in the UK. This is just so sweet. It's different because I didn't get one of these in my Saffiano, and so I just thought that this was super special, very cool. And then the year at a glance is here, and I just put stickers of the months that have already occurred. We are in the last weekend of April, and so I'll obviously add a little sticker when the time comes. And then we move into my monthlies. And yes, you're not looking at things crazy. This is a Hobonichi Cousin monthly page. I did a wild thing, you guys. I decided to cut up my 2025 Hobonichi Cousin that I have not been using, and I decided to use it in my A5 Filofax. And I'm super excited about it. I love Hobonichi. It is my first true love in the planner community, in journaling and planning, and kind of getting back into it after being a digital planner for a little bit. Except one big thing for me that I realized after, being in it for a couple of months is that I didn't like that I had to use different books for different things. I didn't like having to carry my cousin and then my weeks and then my travelers and all of these different things for the purpose of one. Like, it just didn't make sense to me that I had to carry all these different books, or even around the house that I had to carry different books. And I just kind of wanted them in one central spot. And so when I found Filofax and just rings planners in general, this whole new world of opportunities opened up for me, and I did a little construction and ripped out these pages. And so I am using my monthly pages for my monthly plans. I have every single month of the year in here, and I am just going to use it how I've been using it in my Saffiano here in my personal, and basically it's very functional. I just have my plans. Nothing crazy per se. It's just literally a planner for me where I jot down my important events and such. And yeah, that's how I'm gonna be using it for my A5 size as well. I do think that I'll probably add a few little decorative elements here and there. I used to add some decorative touches when I was in here, little washi at the bottom and stickers and such. And I think that I will likely add some of that to these pages. But for right now, this is April, and so I just wanted to keep it as minimal to kind of see how that looks. So I'm thinking that in May I will just add a little bit of decor, add a little bit of fun to it. I'm super excited to be using this again. I am just feeling so nostalgic a little bit. Like, I feel like it has been a really long time since I've been in a Hobonichi, but this just feels right. It feels like all of my worlds are colliding, and I'm just so happy. I'm so happy. So moving on from my monthlies, we go into the first tab that I have here, and I have this clear divider, and again, going with the flower theme. I have a bunch of stickers and more sticky notes in the pockets on this side, just so in case I want to add any more decor, or if I want to highlight anything with these dot stickers, I can. And I really like having this in here, just, to add any decorative touches. And then we go into my weeklies. And this is my first time using is this vertical? It's the week on 2 pages, the diary refill from Filofax. So the cover came with this, and this is gonna be my first time planning in here, because in my personal I have been used to this way where it has the boxes kind of going this way, and I've gotten used to this. I really like this way, But I'm excited to try it, and because it came with it, I'm gonna use it. I'm not gonna be wasteful. So I'm gonna use it, and we'll see how I like it. I kind of like the vertical layout because when I was using my travelers, I did a lot of logging this way. And so I'm kind of thinking I'm going to use it as a like planner slash logger, where anything that I have, like for example, say I have an appointment on Tuesday at noon, I'm going to write my appointment in, and then I'm going to go in and log everything else after the fact, just to see what we actually did. And if I don't end up having that appointment, I'll just cross it out or white it out. But this is kind of like the best of both worlds, where I do log, but I also can plan my week in advance and then go back and log what I actually did as well. And it's just kind of like a good way to see what my day entailed, see what I did. So I'm excited for this layout. It'll be a change, but something I'm looking forward to. And so I have all of the months up until July, the end of July. And yeah, I'm excited to use this. And then I have another clear sleeve thing here with more florals, and then this little wildflower meadow. And then we go into my second divider, which is a daily planning space. I have been itching to do daily planning. I've been wanting to, you know, have a space to list out any to-dos, my schedule, which is why I think I'm going to be okay with using this weekly, because if I do have an appointment or something, I can just jot it down in my daily planning section. And yeah, I'm going to test it out. The good thing again about rings planners is that if it doesn't work for me, I can pull it out, I can find something else, or I don't have to use it at all, and it's not going to like ruin the book for me, if that makes sense, like if I don't use it. So I'm excited. I got these print outs from Create Heart Work. So she makes digital planners, and I have used her planners for years when I was a digital planner, and I just took the PDF page, printed it out, and popped it in here. And you can see my little lines that I made for myself. So I'm still trying to figure out the printing guides and everything, and it is actually a little bit smaller than the actual A5 size. It's like, I don't know, like an inch smaller, but I don't mind. I think it's gonna be great, and I'm gonna test it out and then go from there and see how I like it. So excited for this. And then I have, again, another floral. And then we go into my third section here, which is a Bible study verse truth section. So again, I printed these out from Create Heart Work. She has a faith book as well, and I just printed them out. I got them as a PDF and printed them out for personal use. It did take a little bit of maneuvering and just trying to figure out the settings with my computer and my printer. And so again, I have some different pages here and then some different pages here, but that's okay. I don't necessarily mind the like trial and error. It doesn't have to be perfect for me by any means. So excited to kind of try that out. I've already done one day in here, so I'm so excited because I have always felt like I had to have a different book or a different section in my setups, and I'm just so excited to have everything living in one cover, in one book, in one space. This is gonna be a game changer for me for sure. So excited about that one as well. And then I am excited for this next one. I put in the daily pages of my Hobonichi into my ring planner. And again, I am so excited for the endless opportunities that a rings planner gives me. Like, I already had this. I was already planning on using it, but now I get to kind of make it my own and cut things out and add things to here. And so we're gonna see how this ends up working out for me. Like I mentioned, I think one of the biggest drawbacks of book-bound planners and book-bound anything is that I just had to carry so many different things, and so having it all live under one roof is just gonna be so exciting for me. And just goes to show that you don't need to buy all of the inserts and things that come with the covers. You can definitely Frankenstein your book-bound books if you have, you know, a Hobonichi laying around. And I'm, you know, a big advocate for using whiteout tape and whiting out the date if it's not corresponding to the actual date that it is. I am just super excited for how I'm gonna be using this, and I'm gonna be trying out a daily journaling in here as well using my Hobonichi pages, and we'll see how it works out. But because I'm gonna have everything kind of just being in here, I'm very hopeful that it's gonna work out. So we'll see, we will see, but I am incredibly excited to be back with a Hobonichi. I'm excited to just kind of feel it out, see if I like it, and go from there. Okay, my next section is my home section, and so I have a home section in my personal size, and it just, you know, has grocery list, cleaning logs, sermon notes and things like that. And so I'm just gonna keep this section in here. This is also gonna be like a wish list section, things that we want for the house, things that I want for maybe stationery. And then I also have a section that I actually just did today, and it is a sick day log. So my daughter woke up with some ear pain and a little bit of a fever, and I'm just noting that down so that if I have to take her to the doctor, if I want to make an appointment, if her ear pain doesn't go away by, you know, tomorrow or whatever, then I'm gonna have to take her to the doctor, and having that here is just really helpful for me. So excited for that. And then my last section is gonna be my work section, and I actually popped in some of the spreads from my personal Filofax into here so that I can have kind of the last couple things that I did on hand. And I'm so excited for this space, y'all. This is exactly what I was wanting for work purposes in particular. The space to do more, to see more, and to have just more physical hand space is so exciting. It is so exciting, and I am looking forward to Tuesday when I get to use this in the office. It's gonna be so fun. So this is gonna be my work section. And then I did also punch in my Hobonichi Cousin A5 pencil board, and I'm kind of just using it as a divider for the rest of the pages, which it's just the rest of the Filofax notes pages. And then in the back here I have insurance cards. I carry some stamps, some checks, and then some cash as well. So that is what my A5 Filofax currently is looking like and what I set it up as, and I am so incredibly excited for this. It is gonna be just a really, really fun a fun thing to try out, a fun thing to see if having Hobonichi in here is gonna be working out for me or not. But I am so excited. I love this beautiful butter yellow cover, and yeah, just so excited for the opportunity and the possibilities of this system. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this little flip through of my A5 Filofax in the original. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a lovely rest of your week, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye, friends.